Go ahead, Josh.
Coach, obviously early in camp, but I know that a lot of competition at kicker, long snapper. Just how is that competition going thus far?
It was good. I mean, they're going to have to bring it to every single day. I think we've brought some talented kids in there. I see Slade and Liam battling it. Slade Roy's extremely talented. So Liam left the spring, did a nice job, and Slade's going to push him every day. So that's gonna be a neck and neck every day. No snaps off. They're doing a really good job. We're not short on talent. Same with the kicking position. Owen, I was confident in coming out of spring. Really a solid field goal kicker. I think looking for someone with a big leg on kickoff, but confident in Owen what he can do in field goals. But we brought in two really good freshmen. Lath can really boom the ball, and then Carson, I think he's kind of been a really pleasant surprise. I mean, we rotate him every single kick at the end of practice today. So we're not short on talent, so we're going to be okay. The 3 deep is pretty darn good right there.
Is there a timeline there with the kicking specifically that you want to have the one guy, or can that go into games? Or
well, I would love it if we just go through and say, okay, we got to make a decision. There's 3 really good kickers. That'd be a great world that Coach and I would have to make a decision as we got closer. I'm not eager. They know, the competition is being the best version of themselves every single day. So timeline, I'm not concerned about it right now after practice, 5 today or whatever it was. So we'll work through the week. We'll do some scrimmage and situations and put some things on the line as we get closer to the game day. But, if we had 3 great kickers, that'd be a great problem to have.
Would you guys be fine with a guy handling both kickoff and, place kicking, or would you want one doing the other, or does it matter?
I do think philosophically, as you look at football, you love to give roles to different guys to keep guys involved and their energy up, but the best guy's going to go do it, If one guy can go focus energy, be a great field goal kicker, and the other guy's better at kickoffs, so be it. But if one guy steps up and he's the man, well, I'll be, they're going to be plenty rested. I mean, shoot, watch them during practice. They can hold the sticks. They're going to be all right, They're going to be all right.
So what's the biggest thing you have to accomplish between now and the first game?
It's not just those guys, right? I want to solidify, that snapping position because I think there's some consistency and confidence would go along with that. But now we got to get the rest of the situations in and the coverage teams and make sure when we punt that ball, because I think we got some good punters, that we make sure we cover it correctly and do a good job and get that thing on the ground. Same with the kickoff. If we don't have Verity putting it through the back of the end zone, well, I'll be darned. We got to make sure we have the right guys doing the right things on the kickoff team. And I think the skill level is getting better and better every day, and we got the ability to do that. Same with punt return. They got their shot at it today, and we know we got a good return man, but we got to give them space. So we got a lot of things to check off along the box as we install those teams and figure out who are those right guys, getting them in those situations, and letting our good players make plays.
Coach Houston's talked a lot about depth and how that's kind of been a good thing. How can you see that on, like you mentioned, the coverage units, kickoff, punt return, the special teams? Does that have an effect with it?
Well, we had a long meeting yesterday, and a lot of coaches were able to speak up. And now, I've been on staffs where times you're like, okay, give me a good 2 deep. We're searching for names. You're like, well, he'll fill a spot. Now we're talking about 3 and 4 deep and making sure that we get those guys the right reps in practice, because we got guys who go out there and do it. And I'm walking off the field today and 3 kids grab me. Hey, how can I get on that kickoff team? Well, that's a sign of a good football program going the right direction. So it's been really good.
Non-special teams wise, how is your group coming along in the edge room, DN, outside linebackers, anybody emerging there early on?
Well, I think the sun brought out a lot of habits today, right? It was the first real test of fall camp was today. And we got some growth to do. We got to win mentally. I'd like to see a better performance than what we did today. I think we're developing a solid depth in the rush position with Xavier Smith being able to play rush and Will Backer. Jeremy Lewis is feeling good. Chad Stevens had a tremendous summer and has really come along. I'm really proud of the way he's worked in the summer, and it shows right now. Over there to the end, we've got Rick DeBrew moving in and out. Rick's a dynamic defensive lineman wherever we put him, and we're going to make sure he's on the football field. Manny Hickman had a very good spring and built on that in the summer. We got to develop some depth behind him. So there's a little bit of depth that we got to get going at the end position. Kareem Stinson, Teron Freshwater, they got to get going this week. This is a huge week for our football program, especially in my room.
So
you heard that beat, didn't you? I knew you did.
I
said, son of a gun. I said, I checked it before I came in, and I said, son of a, what? I knew he heard that. Yeah, it was good. That was for you,
so
Coach.
You've been in Texas the last year.
2 years, yeah.
So Texas barbecue or Eastern North Carolina barbecue?
Well, I know I'm not shy from either one, as you can see. Coach, that's a great question, really. Stu. I would play the fifth on this one right here.
I thought when in Rome, you gotta, I mean.
I tell you, it's hard to
We're about
drive by
coach up on
Sam
that.
Jones. It's hard to drive by Sam Jones.
What is that?